I'm the fearless fanatic, Mr. Excitement himself, Jumpin' Jack Flash. Although I don't suppose I need the introduction, by now, pretty much all y'all know who I am. And if y'all know who I am, y'all know what happened a few weeks back. With there was a tag match between me and David Crow against Shaun-O Evans and CJ Lennon. And, that didn't go over too well. And something happened in that match. After the match, our hands were raised in victory, a sign of mutual respect and sportsmanship. And what does CJ and Shaun-O do? Well, they beat the crap out of us. It was pretty embarrassing, and I don't really want to talk about it. Next, EFE time trial. Me, Shaun-O, singles match. CJ Lennon screwed me. And then the concerto and the suplex onto the chair. It's, you know, y'all know what's going on. And then, most recently, we were getting a rematch. Me and my partner, David Crow, against Shaun-O and CJ. So I get up there, I'm in the ring, my partner doesn't show, and Code Red decides to make it, of all things, a handicap match. And you know what? I won that. By myself. No David Crow, no godly intervention, nothing. It was me. And CJ and Shaun-O, you boys couldn't handle that, could you? You couldn't handle that somebody could be better than you. So you don't show the respect or the sportsmanship that I deserve. You handcuff me to the second rope. You beat on me. You superplex me. You don't show me the respect that two wrestlers need to show each other. So I could go on like this for days, but instead I'm going to tell you guys a little story. It's an ancient Chinese fable, like a parable, if you will. And many years ago, ancient Chinese village. It's a pretty small village. I mean, they grow rice and Now, one side of this village, there's a tall mountain, this very tall ancient mountain. At the very tip top of this mountain is an ancient cave. Now, caves, aren't that interesting, but inside this cave was an ancient Chinese dragon. This dragon had been sleeping for many years because many years ago, approximately 237 years ago, the dragon had made a deal with the villagers that if the villagers didn't bother the dragon wouldn't bother the villagers. And the time goes by and people forget, and eventually people just figured the dragon wasn't attacking people because, it was lazy. So, two boys in this Chinese village, and I think their names were CJ Lennon and Shaun-O Evans. They decided that they were going to get into some mischief, and they were going to play a little joke on this dragon. So they left their little village, and they climbed up the mountain, and they went into the cave, and they plucked a single scale from that dragon's back. And then they're acting like big men, and they're doing the and butting the chest and slapping, and Shaun-O got down on the ground right next to the dragon. Because, that's what they do, and they felt like big men, because they had taken advantage of this sleeping dragon. But, the dragon, it wasn't asleep anymore. It woke up. And it turned to those two boys with fire in its eyes and murder in its heart. And it destroyed them with a single breath. But its anger had only just begun to boil to the surface. It sped from its cave, and with its wings spread so wide it blocked out the sun, it rained ruin and destruction, the likes of which had never been seen on this earth, upon that village. And it didn't stop there. All across China it went, ravaging the land, destroying entire populations. It did not rest until not a single stone left standing. And when the entire province had been laid to waste, it cut itself, just a small nick right there, and spread its blood over the fields so that nothing could grow. So, most smart people will have figured this out, but you boys are from Columbus, so I'll explain it to you. This dragon had been asleep, but that didn't mean it was weak. That just meant it was resting and waiting. You boys, you woke up this dragon. And the wrath that I lay upon you will be biblical in scope. So, before I go, get real close to the monitor and turn up the speaker, because you don't want to miss this. You pick up the phone, and you call your mama, and you tell her that you love her, because that might be the last time you tell her that, and you're able to talk without a voice box, or you're able to walk without crutches, or hell, you're able to walk at all. Oh, and CJ, that sister of yours, give her your stereo, because she wants it, and I know you ain't gonna need it after this. Wow, I feel I should say something like, don't get it twisted, or that's the gospel, but I think that would cheapen the message, so... Oh wait, yeah, I do remember one more thing. I understand that in the heat of competition, tempers can rise, and all of this could be a misunderstanding. So, if you boys will come into the ring and pay me the respect that I deserve, then I'll forget this whole thing. If you two will come in the ring and shake my hand and just say, Jack, I'm sorry. That's all you gotta do, and I'll forgive you. So, that's it. You boys can take it or leave it. I'm out of here.
Oh my God! Oh God! Oh man! Oh no!